Good evening. First tonight, it's his first full day on the job and already Queensland's new police minister is listening to his frontline officers. David Gibson will ask the Commissioner to review the controversial pursuit policy as exposed by 10 News. Reporter Renee Henry joins us now. And Renee, the police officers at least must be relieved at this.
Max, those I spoke to this afternoon certainly are, none more so than the senior police officer who put his career on the line to basically blow the whistle on just how much the chase policy is restricting their ability to fight crime. A former army officer, Gympie MP of 6 years, and now Queensland's police minister, and wasting no time.
We now have a government that is actually going to get tough on crime.
Even before the LNP came to power, David Gibson saw this story on 10 News.
You can lay this explosion in crime at the feet of this current pursuit policy.
A senior officer of 30 years at his wits' end, watching ram raiders, armed robbers and car thieves slip through his fingers.
If they drive on the wrong side of the road or shoot a red light or do something dangerous, they know the police, under the current policy, have to pull over to the side of the road and stop.
Mr Gibson heard the plea loud and clear.
We want our police officers who are out in the front line to feel empowered and to be able to get on and do the job that they signed up for.
He doesn't want innocent lives put at risk, but does want to strike a balance.
One of the things that I'll be discussing with the Police Commissioner is a review of that policy.
Other fed-up officers have come forward with shocking statistics. In January, there were 186 reports of drivers evading police. 60% were never caught. In February, it was worse. 213 reports and 70% of offenders still on the run. Mr Gibson says the review should investigate using 2 police choppers he's vowed to deliver in the southeast.
Which may mean that we don't need to see vehicles travelling at high speed.
And if criminals are caught, beware.
We're talking about a $5,000 fine. We're talking about 2 years imprisonment.
David Gibson, Queensland's new police minister there, and he certainly has his hands full with 1,100 extra frontline police to deliver in the next 4 years. Max?
And Renee, with more police on the front line, that can only be good for Easter road safety as well.
That's right, Max. And the new minister lent his voice to the official launch today, of course, pleading with drivers to take it easy on the roads over Easter.
So much to learn, so little time for the state's new police minister.
Now, the drain on power.
That's a very interesting point.
David Gibson today had the help of all 3 emergency service arms to ram home the annual Easter holiday road safety warning.
People will be spending time with family and with their friends, and it's not a time to have the loss of life.
The police top brass has cancelled all unnecessary leave this Easter to have as many sets of eyes as possible looking out for the deadly 5.
Drink driving, drug driving, people not wearing seatbelts, people using mobile phone, obviously speeding.
In the hope our fireys and ambos have a really boring time this long weekend.
Paramedics, like other members of the community, are impacted by the trauma of attending these horrific incidents.
Enjoy the break with your family and don't end up a statistic.
6 people died on Queensland's roads last Easter break. This year the target number is 0, but that's unlikely because of reckless drivers.
We actually don't want to book anyone.
Minister Gibson says double demerit points used in other states aren't on the Queensland agenda yet. However, steeper fines are, but he couldn't say when. Tim Collins, 10 News.
And it's not just on the roads. Police will be out in force on Queensland's waterways.
OK, thanks, Renee. Now to